How you guys doing? Coach Kyle Brown here, CEO of Fit365.com. And just wanted to welcome you. What I wanted to talk to you today about is the idea of net carbs versus total carbs and what really counts. So, you remember when you were growing up and your next door neighbor would stop on by and say, hey, can I borrow some sugar? So if you fast forward to 2017, that's actually pretty similar to saying, hey, can I have a hit of cocaine? And to be honest with you, I'm ecstatic. I'm thrilled that society is now waking up to the idea that dietary fat is good for you and sugar can be as addictive as any other drug, and it's completely something that you want to find that right balance of. So you may be wondering, why do I need to know net carbs? What does this really have to do with me? So with the whole popularity of the Paleo Diet, there's been a really nice shift away from processed sugar towards eating whole foods, real food. And then the fastest growing diet right now, the ketogenic diet, has been raised on the idea that dietary fat is the ultimate fuel. So if dietary fat is the ultimate fuel, and we want to avoid sugar as much as possible, then there's going to be something to it. But the problem is, most people, when they just take this quick little glance look at it, they don't understand what's really important, which is the net carbohydrates. That when it comes to counting carbs, that not all carbs count the same. So what I want you to think about when you're counting carbohydrates is, I want you to imagine net carbs like a fishing net. So with the fishing net, what do you have? You've got that net sitting there underwater, say behind your boat, and you're driving around, and what do you catch? Well, you catch some big fish, and then you catch some small fish, and then you have a lot of stuff that just slides right through the holes of the net. So imagine your stomach is like that net. The big fish is your sugar and is also your starch. That stuff stays in your stomach, gets absorbed by your system and utilized. The small stuff that sneaks its way through, that doesn't stay in that net, those really tiny fish, your fiber and your sugar alcohols. Now, here's the thing when it comes to fiber and sugar alcohols that I want you to think about. Fiber is quite beneficial. It still works in your system, but it doesn't get absorbed. So fiber is nature's safety mechanism to keep you from overeating. It's why animals like zebras can eat all day long and not get full. And it also helps clean you out and process everything through. Sugar alcohols. The only thing wrong with sugar alcohols is the choice of names that was used. It is not a sugar, it is not alcohol, and if you eat fruits and vegetables, you consume sugar alcohol. And next to none of it is absorbed. So a carb can be 4 calories per gram, and a sugar alcohol can be 0.2 calories per gram. You're not absorbing it, it's not being utilized by your body, it's not going to hurt your fat loss goals. So how do you look at a nutrition facts panel and really understand how many carbs actually count? Well, it's really simple. Most people don't understand that that sugar alcohol category goes under the elimination from net carbs. So you're going to take your total carbohydrates, you're going to subtract out your dietary fiber, you're going to subtract out your sugar alcohol, and what is remaining? That's your net carbs. It's basically your sugar and your starch. So let me give you a little example. You take a half of a bagel, and that's 34 total carbohydrates. You subtract out 2 grams of fiber. No sugar, alcohol in there. What's left? That's 32 grams of net carbs, right? So that's a half of a bagel. And let's face it, when you're eating a bagel, you're not eating a half. Let's compare that to an avocado, which is a vegetable, but actually technically a fruit. And if you're going to eat a full avocado, it's got 12 grams of carbohydrates in it. You subtract out the 9 grams of those, which are dietary fiber. There's no sugar alcohol in there, so what's left? Well, the net carbs is only 3, right? So you got 3 grams of carbs that count versus 32 grams of carbs that count. Dramatic difference. So here's the thing. The beauty of understanding net carbs is this: it creates freedom. Because you may be trying to go on a ketogenic style diet and keep your dietary carbs 20 grams or less. It's all about where are your sugars. You can keep your sugar low, you can keep your starch low, and you can still open yourself up to the freedom of a ton of food varieties so you're not stuck in a chicken broccoli diet. I hope this helps.